Hello out there to the undead and folks. Last episode ended with the unlocking of Kourend. Today's episode is going to kind of focus on exploring that area, seeing what tasks we can get done, and making our way towards our next relic. What adventures lie for us? Hard to say. I am the resident dweller of the underworld, Dark Anubis, and I'm ready to have some fun, and I hope you guys are too. No better way to start our morning, day, whichever, with an event. That's right, and the knowledge of event nonetheless. Free experience, especially with that league's multiplier, is going to be very nice. And of course, it's nice, quick, simple. The genie, of course, being slightly better, since I don't have to do all this. We are going to put in herb lore, a little bit of experience to get us going. Can't complain too much about that. There it is, complete client of Kourend, one of many quests I'm sure we'll be doing. Actually, most of the Kourend easy and medium tasks are based off of completing some quest and or the favor system, so it's probably what we'll be doing a lot of just to kind of get us going. We are going to put this set of experience in Hunter, getting us up to level 19, which is pretty awesome. And another task completed, reached 250 total levels, which is pretty awesome as well. I think we're going to put it back in Hunter again, just to kind of escape some of those early levels. We'll definitely have to start jumping into some Hunter stuff at some point, maybe birdhouse runs, but we'll get there. I think the other big thing to note is we do have the Cardist memories. I probably butchered that we're definitely going to start filling up as well, which will be nice to get around. Currently in the middle of Queen of Thieves quest. Now we have to murder Mr. Kourend King, and there's only one option here. We have to kill him softly. Just kidding. You can't kill somebody softly. But it is a quest completion. I'm sorry, a league's task completion. So we did brutally murder him, so that's good for us, I suppose. Here we are at the end of Queen of Thieves, finishing it off. Nice little 2,000 thieving experience and 2,000 coins, as well as a league task completed. So that is nice. The experience is going to be nice just to get us propelling in some of the smaller skills, because, you know, the multiplier. And then coins, kind of underrated, to be honest, because we are broke right now and could use any type of money at all. So I didn't think about it, but the favor system is actually a mini game. So anything you do gives you 3 times the favor experience, which will help with completing it all very quickly. It's actually super nice. So I should probably look at the tasks, but I just found out completing the favor 100% in each house gives you medium tasks done, which is going to be huge for getting to our next relic. I'm actually going to start working on the favors for all the houses, I think. So this is actually the start of day 2. We're starting off with some mining as we try to write down notes and figure out what tasks we want to get done for the day and how we want to work around Kourend. So we did get a steel pickaxe from ham members last night, and there's a easy task right there. Mine some ore with a steel pickaxe, which is a nice little easy 10 points. I know there's some difficulties with the favor system, so we're kind of going to look through it and find out which houses we can actually complete relatively easy. There are some things that are preventing us, so we might work on some and then decide to do some later on. We'll see how that goes. So we got a little sidetracked. There is a chest in the Isle of Souls dungeon, I believe it is, that drops some decently okay loot. The big thing we're looking for is a mithril pickaxe, since there's not really a good way to upgrade our pickaxe as of yet. So there's also some other loot like gems and stuff like that. The only problem is this chest is a 1 in 9 chance of not accidentally, but teleporting you out if you fail it. And our thieving level is relatively low, so we're gonna see how long that goes for. Speak of the devil. We'll try a little bit more though. It did not work out, so we're actually here now doing another task, feeding stew to a guard. I actually tried to feed the guards a stew in Varrock, thinking it was just any guard in general. I didn't even realize this guard existed, so really random task, but easy points. Feed a guard and drain ore. Some stew. Had you told me my first 40 achieved on the leagues would be with mining, I would say you were crazy, but that just goes to show leagues is hit different. There it is, 40 for leagues. It is a medium task. Nice little 40 points. We're going to continue to mine a little bit more though. With this last rock, we should be getting 42 mining, which allows us to mine volcanic sulfur, if I'm not mistaken. Which will actually be pretty big for the Lova House. I won't say the full name. The Lova House favor, helping us get 100% hopefully eventually. We're in our second day of the leagues, and we just now reached combat level 10. Pretty crazy to think about that we have some skills that are in the 30s and 40s, and we are just now working on our combat, at least a little bit. Did get a oak bow, I think, or a normal bow with some bronze arrows. Gonna do some training. So we're gonna smith some of this iron. There is a task to smelt an iron bar. I think we're going to see if there's any other tasks as far as making iron into other stuff. Let's use this anvil real quick. And I totally forgot you can't use anything else but bronze on this anvil. So let's go find us another anvil. So with the iron we got earlier, there is a task to smelt some arrow tips, which is an easy task. 150 arrow tips. We're actually going to do probably upgrading of our arrows from bronze to iron. I don't quite know what the combat relic that we're going to go is, but range just seems like a relatively easy thing to do and make. It might be better maybe to focus on our melee skills since it's pretty much free, but we like our range. And there's another task, fletch 150 iron arrows. Easy little 20 points, done simply after a little bit of mining. We're in the middle of Depths of Despair quest, and there is, I believe, an achievement diary, easy task for killing a sand crab. This took quite a bit of time. I didn't realize that these guys got some decent health, and our range is kind of dookie. So, but there it is, an easy task done, killing a sand crab. Had to kill us this sand snake so that we can loot the chest at the end of it. Pretty easy. There is a nice little safe spot, so not too much of a problem dealing with that. Did take a little bit just because, once again, our range is kind of low, but let's check out this chest, and I think we are closing at the end of the quest. Talking to Lord Candor should finish the quest. There it is, 4,000 coins and 1,500 agility experience. Another 10 points for completing Depths of Despair, which is always nice. Plus a nice little boost to the EXP, giving us 36 agility. Other quests done. Let's make sure we add these papers to the book. Oh, let's grant ourselves that experience first. Just to show you, here it is. We go from 20% to 50% with a 10% scroll. That's due to that 3 times experience or mini game points, whatever you want to call them, and then adding that to our memoir. For the last part of Hosidius, we decided to do the making for soldiers or whatever the case is. Nice cooking experience. There it is, friend of House Hosidius, 40 points for a medium task. The cooking experience isn't bad, and I don't think there's any downside to just making one food. I think for the leagues, nothing decreases, if I'm not mistaken. The Arceus favor was dumb easy to do. We got to the library and just collected the books with the plugin. It makes it super fast, but not to mention the percentage that you gain per book is like 7 or something like that. Some insane amount, so super fast to get us quick and through it. We also got the incarnation books for the teleport and the soul bearer mini quest. We are going to do a little opening of these books. Decided we wanted to do a little half and half. You can choose between magic and rune crafting. Both would be nice to have up. They're pretty low. Rune crafting just to kind of get started, in magic so that we can skip some of the early stuff. I'm going to kind of swap between the two. Might do a little bit more rune crafting than magic, but if we can get our magic up to, 20 or something like that, then we skip, have to sit there and do mind spells constantly. Going between magic, and now we're going to do some magic again, because why not? And then we're going to do some magic one more time. And then I think the rest of this, we're going to consistently do magic. What the heck? I guess most of it was put in magic just to kind of get it out of the way. And then we'll finish up with a little bit of rune crafting. And it should bring us to a decent level for both. Our magic's now 23, our rune crafting 13. Not too bad, and 100% Arceus favor. We do still want to do the quest for Ascent of Arceus or whatever it is. And there it is, Ascent of Arceus. Another easy 1500 hunter experience, 500 rune crafting, and another easy task done completing that quest. Like I said, the favor doesn't matter. Our big thing was getting the page for the memoir, and of course some easy experience. There it is, 34 hunter, just completely skipping over the early stuff. We will eventually get our treehouse stuff together once we get our construction up a little bit, and then a nice little boost to the rune crafting. Let's make sure we put the page in the memoirs, and there's that pointless favor scroll. Hell yeah, though. Taking a break from the questing, we finally got our 30 agility, so we decided it probably makes sense to do our Varrock agility course task. Easy little 10 points and an agility level. Eventually we'll do the 10 laps. Finally decided we needed a little extra money and to finally get those awesome best in slot boots of the game. So we're going to do the Stronghold. Gives you a nice little 10k and a little bit of an upgrade to our No Haven boot self. With this chest, that should be the 10k got. Now we just got to do the last level to get those nice colorful boots. Here we get our chance to get fancier boots. Hell yeah. Got some good fashion scape and a couple little boosts to our stab and slash and all that stuff. And there it is, an easy task done. Equip some fancier boots. 10 points. There is a task to kill a guard, so let's get that easy 10 points right there. Just, I don't know why it took us so long to get this task. We've been in Varrock like 50 million times, but you guys know how it goes. We like to spend our time doing shenanigans. While we're here, we might as well get our revenge on a dark wizard. Another 10 points. Quick to the point. Wasn't sure I'd be able to even get this task so quickly, but 40 points for killing 3 chickens in 6 seconds. At this point, we're just kind of speed running some tasks. Restore 5 prayer points in an altar. Some easy stuff that we know we can get done, simple and quick. Already in the area, so figured why not fletch some oak stalks for another easy 10 points. Not too bad. We also have spiders as a slayer task. Might kill some of them. Huge milestone here. Fletch 1000 arrow shafts gave us enough points for, that's right, our tier 3 relic. Talk about ready to change the game and how we kind of propel the account forward. Here it comes, the way we're going to try to end our episodes. At least one relic or one area per episode. It might get a little bit harder as points get higher, but let's look at our tier 3 relics. We have Banker's Note and Fire Sale. First, let's take a look at the passive effects, which of course is the Crystal of Memories. Basically a little orb that can teleport you back to a place that you were just at, which will be huge. It does start off with like a 6-minute cooldown, but it decreases as your total levels go up, as it says right there, by 300. At 1800 total level, there is no longer a cooldown, which will be huge, especially for like endgame content. There we have our boss instances, which talks about places that you can kind of teleport back to. So it's a fun item. It's not maybe amazing right now, but it will get amazing as we push further into the account. So first off, we have Banker's Note. The simplistic way to kind of look at Banker's Note is you really don't have to bank much. You can note items in game, so it will allow you to note pretty much all types of items. There are a few exceptions. I think one example I could think of is in sold heads, but besides that, you can bank quite a bit of stuff. It's nice, especially for like food and potions for very long trips. Then we have Fire Sale, which basically means you don't pay coins for shops. I think it's just coin shops. I could be wrong. I don't believe like Tazar and all that stuff is affected by this, but it is nice, especially for like the early game, helping propel us because we are so broke right now. Being able to just grab whatever we want from shops, arrows, bows, swords, armor, Whatever the case is, magic shops would be super huge if we decide to go for the magic relic. I know it seems amazing right at the start, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if it's quite going to be great for the end game stuff. It's nice for now, and because we started late, maybe it is the play, but I think Banker's Note just allows for all types of diversity of content. Whether we decide to go for raids or whatever the case is, it's just huge in general. And that's why we are definitely going to be going for the Banker's Note. Like I said, we're looking for the long haul. We want to make sure when we go to endgame content, we never have to worry about food and all that stuff. And I think this is just the best way to do it. We did have to go to a bank to unlock it, but I just think this is a certified banger right here. And here we are, the Banker's Note, unlocking our tier 3 relic. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this brings the account forward even more. Clearly it's not the best thing out there, but it is super strong, especially for like collecting stuff and doing all that good stuff. Show it off real quick so we can bank our shrimps here, and then we can simply unnote the shrimps up to a certain amount, whatever you want. You can unnote everything or do small quantities of if you want. All you gotta simply do is click the banknote back on it, and it'll note and unnote as it so pleases. Super huge. Like I said, I look forward to what kind of things can happen. I've already seen a lot of videos of the expectations for using the banknote, but we will try to forge our own path. Next episode, we're going to be focusing, of course, on the next relic and or area. Should be a fun time. I am excited to do even more of Kourend stuff, but as you can see, we have 53 tasks, 800 points. Maybe the next area might be the next thing to grab. Hard to say. 800 points doesn't seem like a whole lot, especially if we start doing some medium tasks. So look forward to that. We do have so far 3 places unlocked. We do have 2 more places to unlock. Still 5 more relics. Until then, I am the resident dweller of the inner world, the casual player's player, the David to Max player's Goliath, Dark Anubis. Peace!